As we come to the end of 2025, some 50,000 world leaders and delegates will make their way to the latest COP summit in Brazil, the 30th such incarnation in fact, and while politicians have ironically been jetting around the world to make bold statements about action on climate change, whilst mostly doing sod all to stop it, we've now passed many irreversible tipping points, reached 1.5 degrees of temperature rise, and are on course not only for the complete breakdown at 2 degrees, but a staggering 3.6 degrees of average increase.
This is dreadful.
Whether major nations are taking action on these matters or not, there is certainly a consensus in the West to sharply raise defence spending at the moment. Earlier this year, most of Europe announced they're raising defence spending by 2 or 3% of GDP, with the UK setting a target of a 5% rise by the end of the decade. I'll be talking more about COP30 itself in future content, but the question I'd like to ask and try to answer in this video is whether this industrial military complex frenzy we're experiencing is linked to the points of no return that I just mentioned in relation to the climate.
Time's up.
And that's the risk of this being a sorry to be the one to break this to you kind of upload. I'm afraid that the answer to that question is probably yes. Let's forebodingly see what's happening, people.
As mentioned earlier, President Trump's executive orders direct the department to modernize acquisition for speed, flexibility, and efficiency, to revitalize the defense industrial base and leverage America's commercial innovation, to incentivize our acquisitions workforce, encourage risk-taking, and cut red tape, promoting efficiency and enhancing competition. That is why today, at my direction, the defense acquisition system, as you know it, is dead. It's now the warfighting acquisitions system. Our objective is simple. Transform the entire acquisition system to operate on a wartime footing, to rapidly accelerate the fielding of capabilities and focus on results. Our objective is to rebuild the arsenal of freedom.
I ain't f***ing buying that.
This is US War Secretary Pete Hegseth here, pretty much spelling out America's intentions on a macro scale. What we're looking like marching towards is the beginning of a completely violent and war-ridden last grasp for resources, as well, as always, as wealth and power that capitalism has led us to, whilst our ecosystems are collapsing like so many increasingly sized dominoes. Natural minerals, of course, being the favourite target of the good old U.S.A. They are coincidentally targeting nations rich in such materials, for example, Venezuela, who are in Trump's crosshairs at the moment and have an abundance of bauxite, gold and iron, to name a few, as well as oil, of course, and with America's reputation in the Middle East, including Palestine, notwithstanding. Then there's the proxy war in Ukraine, of course, something which has been going on for a few years now. And did you know that Ukraine holds some 80% of the world's wheat supply in the region known as the breadbasket of the world? Coincidentally, that happens to be one of the areas that will be hit soonest and hardest by climate breakdown. Why could that be, I wonder? Then, of course, there's the refugee crisis. Now, I'll invite you to picture or imagine any historical mass displacement of people that you know of, whether that was caused by wars, famines, natural disasters, or anything else. Whatever it is that you're thinking about will be dwarfed, and I do mean completely dwarfed, by the number of people on Earth who will be forced to move because of climate change. There are a host of ways that I could put this into context for you, but I think that just one cold, hard statistic should be enough. There are currently just over 40 million refugees in the world as I'm recording this, but in the coming decades we'll see over 1 billion people displaced due to the inhabitability of their environment. 1 billion.
What?
What?
Okay.
What?
What?
You gotta be f***ing kidding.
What does this mean though? Where are we heading? And I mean that both in the context of other British people as well as humanity itself. As a climate activist, sociologist and someone who's had the privilege of meeting people who know the numbers and the latest on this kind of thing, I can only foresee what the science tells us is coming and where world leaders look like they want to drag us. A fine example of someone worth listening to is climate author and Professor Emeritus at University College London, Bill Maguire. I've been lucky enough to host him at a talk and seen him speaking many times. There's a link above in the description for another great presentation that I'm going to refer to here. Where the connection between climate science and social science is concerned, we could, or in fact are heading towards a complete breakdown of society around 2040. That's just the way it is. I'm sorry. Britain, as always, looks like towing along with America and their apparent tactic of fighting and killing for what's left, shutting out the displaced and then seemingly locking themselves away and thriving in a cave by eating gold and drinking oil might not be the best way to go about it, if I'm being perfectly frank. This Highlander-esque survival of the fittest capitalist crap is going to drag us all down with it, and the US, who are huge CO2 emitters of course, have completely turned their noses up at any pragmatic solution involving renewable energy or a global effort to reduce average temperatures. Hegseth's statement there was tantamount to an all-out declaration of war on the Global South and BRICS nations, and their solution to climate change should have us all very worried indeed.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
What do you think about what the War Secretary said and the connections between increasing defence budgets and average global temperatures? Let us know in the comments below. As always, your feedback is very welcome. Thanks a lot for watching to the end of the video. If you'd like to help the channel out a bit more, then please check out some of our other content and hit various supportive buttons such as like and subscribe. Super thanks are also open, and there's a link to our Buy Me a Coffee page in the description of this video. If you want to go a step further, then hit the join button, and for only 99p you can enjoy exclusive perks like members only videos and early viewings, plus lots more, and you get to join the list of awesome people that you can see on your screen right now. As always, your contributions are much appreciated. Thanks again people, my left eye will be seeing you soon.